Hello, guys. God, I feel like a singer. So yeah, my name's Joe Winter. I'm from IBM, but I'm going to talk to you guys a bit about an apprenticeship within IT in general, and hopefully give you some sort of experience of my own throughout. So I'm going to be here for 10 minutes, and then at the end there'll be a chance for questions, about 5 minutes questions, but we'll see how we get on. So what's on the agenda? Well, first of all, I'll be talking about who I am, where I've come from. We'll then be looking at what an IT apprenticeship can offer you, the individual, the applicant. We'll be looking at development as well, because that's obviously very important. Whether you go into an apprenticeship or you go into university, development is key. We'll then be looking at my experience so far, and again, I'll summarise, and you guys can ask any questions that you have. So, to kick off, who am I? I'm really sorry about the photo, I'm really sorry. So, personal details, I'm from Portsmouth, down south. I am a power solution specialist for IBM. So I'm up and down the country installing power kit, which is a product that IBM sell. Work experience, I used to work for Halfords and Waitrose before I joined IBM as part-time jobs in college, but that's about it really. Qualifications, I've got 13 GCSE, I should probably check that, 12 GCSEs and 3 A-levels. The minimum requirement, it can differ for different apprenticeships, so make sure you check that out. Social interests, I like films. So, what can an IT apprenticeship offer you? Well, first of all, check how long the scheme is, because they can differ. Usually they're about 2 or 3 years. The IBM apprenticeship is 3 years. But yeah, check this out, because you know that's experience with that company, which you can then whack on your CV, which is brilliant, obviously. Also have a look at what qualification you get at the end of it. So for IBM apprentices, we get a MVQ level 4 higher apprenticeship for IT professionals qualification. Again, that can differ, so have a look at that. So an apprenticeship is effectively a job-based role where at the end of it, you get a qualification and you're being paid for it. So it's brilliant. A career path with the employer of choice, so make sure you're interested in the employer. For me, I was really interested in IBM, I was interested in technology and innovation, so it really was the one that I wanted. So make sure you're interested, whether it's a bank or a technology company or whatever it is. And again, you know, that's a career path, so a focus on development, which we'll touch on in a second. Technical training and development. Feel free to ask the people around here, what training am I going to get if I work there? What sort of development is there going to be? And at the end here, we've got the opportunity to learn from the best. You guys are going to be working with, you know, potentially people that are down on the ground doing the job day to day, which is fantastic. And I personally think they're the best people to learn from. So there's some of the things you get from an apprenticeship. A focus on development. Development is very important. So you're going to join an apprenticeship, usually 18, you know, that can vary. So for me, joining IBM at 18, I really wanted to develop. How was I going to do that? Again, ask the stands around here, is there a focus on development? If so, what is it? So in IBM and other apprenticeships, I've seen it happen actually. Personal development plans are quite prominent. So these are plans where you look at where you are now, you look at where you want to be in 5, 10, 15 years' time, and you look at what goals do you have to achieve to get there, whether they're fixed goals, so things you have to do, or variable goals, things that perhaps are useful. Monthly manager meetings, you know, you're going to have a boss. You can meet with this boss on a monthly basis like I do. Again, picking their brains, making the most of having that individual, that successful individual right by you. That's brilliant for development. Buddies and mentors. So we're mentored up with IBMers that are really high up, and you can sort of talk to them a bit about what they did right and where perhaps you can develop. And again, focus on development is very important. Annual reviews. So in business, everybody has an annual review. Again, a good way of looking at what have you done this year that's been great, where have you achieved your goals, and what do you want to do better next year? This focus, again, on development is very important. So, my experience so far as an apprentice, I've broke this slide up into 3 sections. So, the team, the client, and my future. So, first of all, the team. You're going to be working in a team environment. Chances are an apprenticeship because you're all working for the same goal now. In education, you're all working for your own educational qualification, whereas in this you're working towards a team target, which is great. The people that you're going to be working with hopefully are going to have a great ability to teach. They're successful, they've done it before, which is awesome. And in regards to the clients, so I'm up and down the country visiting lots of different clients, which is great for me. You know, I'm working with new people, new places every day, which is awesome. And that's a real invaluable experience. You know, that's something you can put on your CV. So I visited my first customer at the age of 18, which is awesome. So I can put that on my CV and talk about it in interviews to come. And in terms of the future, you're going to have a business name on your CV, whether it's IBM or any other IT company, which is brilliant. You're going to have that invaluable experience we talked about here, and tangible figures. I put that in because I had a chat with my manager a couple of weeks ago, and I was able to give him actual figures. So I saved this customer X amount of money. I hit this target in January, sort of thing. So you're able to give actual numbers, actual proof to what you're good at. Bulking up your CV like the lady was discussing earlier. So yeah, that's my experience so far. So to summarize IT apprenticeships, why an apprenticeship? Well, training and development is key and apparent in most apprenticeships. Real world business experience, so less about talking about being a businessman and more about actually being one. A valuable qualification at the end of it, and you're getting paid at the same time. And a meaningful career path, you know, this focus on development. Where do I want to be in 5, 10, 15 years' time, and so on? Why you? I wanted to chuck this in just so you might be thinking, maybe I'm not right for an apprenticeship. So have a look at this. You know, have you got a proven skill set? Maybe at school or college, you've showed certain skills. Maybe at part-time job. So for me, I used Halfords and Waitrose in my CV. So use anything you can. Are you ready for work? It's a slightly different lifestyle. You're not going to have a teacher nagging you all the time. You've got to do your work because it's best for you. So are you ready for that lifestyle? If so, perhaps this is ideal for you. Have you got that willingness to learn? Chances are if you're not doing an apprenticeship, you'll go into maybe university or something like that. Again, learning all the time. So hopefully you're going to have that willingness to learn. And finally, the drive and passion to succeed. Sounds cliche, but again, you're not going to have a teacher nagging you, so you've got to have that self-motivation inside you. And if you do, if you want to do well, if you want to earn lots of money, then an apprenticeship's ideal. So thank you very much for listening. My stand is, the IBM stand's just over here. So if you want to come and chat with me after, feel free. I'll also hang about here. But does anybody have any questions at the moment? Any questions? No? Sure? Thank you very much for listening, guys. Have a nice, enjoy the skill show. Thank you.